Welcome to the Beauty Business Strategies Podcast. I'm Christy Hardy, and I am joined with Mr. Neil Dukoff. And today is one of our favorite episodes because we are talking button pushers. We love to have conversations with Neil about what's going on in the industry and what owners can do to do business better. Neil, let's talk about something that has been a more recent conversation again. And it's around non-competes.
The FTC, Federal Trade Commission, has put through a ruling that non-compete agreements are no longer valid.
Okay.
Non-competes play an interesting role
In our industry,
in our industry. Oftentimes creating its own issues.
Yeah.
With non-competes being banned, and that what they're banning is if you leave, you've got to go beyond a certain radius.
Okay.
Or you can't work in this business for X amount of time.
Wow.
So it's the non-compete of individuals physically doing the work of your business, most in this industry within a geographic radius. What they're not eliminating is the trade secret, proprietary information that a business has, and it's
That's still protected.
Yeah. That is still protected. So,
Okay, good.
hey, you're leaving. Remember, you've got a non-compete. Well, apparently the FTC said your non-compete is worth diddly. So I'm going across the street, or I'm setting up. I'm putting a mobile salon right
In your parking lot.
on the curb in front of your business.
Yeah.
You know, you can no longer restrict, and this is going to be challenged. The small business, the Chamber of Commerce, the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, is filing a lawsuit. They want to challenge this.
Oh.
It's gonna take a while to play out.
Okay.
But non-competes with geographic radius, or you can't do this work for X amount of time, or work in the area for X amount of time. Mixed stuff happens when if that should go to court. Mm-hmm. So you want to enforce your non-compete. Restricting an employee or former employee's right to work typically doesn't play well in the courts.
Yeah.
So, I heard there was an attorney that I interviewed many years ago who gave me a great quote, and she said, going to court in the United States is like going to Las Vegas.
Because you just never know if you're going to win. It's a roulette.
No matter how right and just and the principle on what you stand on, it's a crapshoot which way it's going to go. So you will still be able to have you can't take client data, client information, trade secrets, formulas, color formulas, any kind of client records. There's also this, you need to protect for right of privacy your client information, names, addresses, phone numbers, credit card information. That's a big privacy piece. But this is strategy's take on non-competes. Go away, hopefully go far, but you can't take any data. All data belongs to the company. So, you go on Facebook in a Facebook group and, you put, non-competes and whatnot. And man, it's just the massive amounts
Blows
of,
up. Yeah.
If I leave, it says, I built my thing and I wouldn't give an owner, and they're my clients.
Yeah.
And all, hey, put that aside for a minute. Go away, you can't take any data. Now, that means you have to have whatever computer system you use should have its levels of security that prevents employees from accessing data. The big challenge now is the social media. And if they're friends with their clients and, all that, if most of the clients they service follow the individual on Facebook, I'm relocating to blah, 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 and I'll see you there next Tuesday. You can't tell the client where they can and they can't go.
Right.
And this may sound like a joke. It's really not, but wouldn't it be nice to have a non-compete with your clients?
Yeah.
That we are your salon, spa, med spa, whatever, and you can't go anywhere else. Have it with the person you don't want to leave,
Right.
not the person that maybe you do want them to leave.
Right.
You just don't want them to take all their customers with them. But non-competes, the implementation, I've seen salon spas, med spas. Okay, everyone's signing a non-compete. Well, that can get thrown out in court because the non-compete wasn't a condition of employment when you hired them. Sometimes there needs to be a change in the nature of work.
Yeah.
To put you are now going to be a manager or something that your title changed, and that's going to require a non-compete.
Okay.
But if you're doing the same work and you've been getting paid and whatnot, and now you're being forced to sign a non-compete, you're going to do more damage to your company trying to push a non-compete through, especially if it's mandate. If you don't sign this, you're out.
Yeah.
And there can be people that are going to go,
I'm out.
I'm out. I'm gone. And I'm taking all my clients with me, and they're already friends with me on Facebook, and I already have all the records and stuff. Yeah. This is, again, my strategies take on non-competes. Build client loyalty to your brand.
Yes.
If the client is loyal to the name at the top of the column on your appointment book, non-compete's not going to save you.
Right.
You can hope that they didn't take their data. Great. Maybe if they left the data, they'll recreate the color formula or whatnot, but they have the client and the cash flow.
Yeah.
But if you don't put the effort into building your company rather than building individuals, I can see where a non-compete would make sense.
Yeah.
But the FTC has taken out that one big piece, which is you can't restrict the employee's right to work. So now you're down to, don't take our data, don't take our trade secrets, don't take our training manual, whatever.
Yeah.
That's all you can protect with the non-compete. And I would recommend that you have it's a non-solicitation agreement, that they can't take the data, trade secrets, whatever. You need an attorney to write this up for you, and non-solicitation that the individual can't solicit clients they serviced while at your company.
Okay.
But even that is hard to enforce because the client has the right to go
wherever they want.
they choose to go.
Yeah.
Build better systems, build your culture, build trust, build your brand, rather than building individual competing companies that if they leave, they are now your competitor. That's what, there are ways to protect your company and do it in a much more meaningful and comprehensive way to protect the integrity of your company, that every time someone leaves, you don't see a chunk of your cash flow leave with that person. But you can't restrict someone. Everything you learned here, you need to forget. You know, it's in their head, and they'll use your systems and whatnot. All those systems that they didn't like when you tried to get them, they'll try and make work over there. So non-competes, until further notice, they are null and void with respect to geographic area and or a time requirement. You can't work in this area or do this work for X amount of time. That's gone.
Good.
Protect your data. You should be doing that anyway. But build your brand.
That's the key right there.
Build your brand. That's what we do at Strategies. We teach you how to build a company and not individuals, which means do that, and the non-competes are less of an issue. But a non-compete, last thing I want to do is have an employee that can't stand working for the company and is a disruptor, change resistor, toxic waste spewer, not leave because they have a non-compete.
True.
You know, I'll tell you what.
That could be self-sabotage.
I'll tear it up if you just get the hell out of here. Just get out of here. Non-competes there's the backlash.
Yeah.
Understand what you're getting into, but understand that it is a new day. And again, if you were depending on a non-compete to protect your company, you were leaving many, many, many critical pieces up for violation and discussion because you didn't build a comprehensive, predictable, repeatable business.
So build systems, build your brand, keep that client committed to your business, not to that person. And then the non-compete kind of just goes away anyway, right?
It probably will go away except for trade secrets and data.
Yeah, this is great. This is great information. Thank you for sharing. I know it's something that a lot of owners out there have been discussing and talking about, so we appreciate your guidance. And always, Strategies is here to help you build your brand, build your business, and build those predictable outcomes.
And we will continue to push your buttons.
We will continue to push your buttons. Join us next time on Neil's Button Pushers. But thank you for joining us today, and we'll see you soon.
Thanks again for listening to the Beauty Business Strategies podcast. If you like this episode, be sure to hit follow. To learn more about how Strategies can help create more fun, profit, and growth potential for you, your company, and your team, we invite you to schedule a free 60-minute strategy session by clicking the direct link in the description of this episode.